What is going on, my dedicated pups? It's me, Danuki, hailing from a collaborative dream studio, Danuki's Dalmatian Studio Inc., and I have a strong message to deliver to you folks outside the 101DS fandom. So you probably never heard of the most awesome TV show from Disney, 101 Dalmatian Street. It's an obscure animated TV show never before seen from many eyes of millions of people, and it's considered to be one of the best shows of the 101 Dalmatians franchise. And right now, the show is in a major limbo. Its lack of popularity has led to its cancellation after just one season, and it needs major support from a large community and an insane amount of popularity to be brought back for future seasons. That's why we 101DS fans are throwing together this major fan campaign, Save 101 Dalmatian Street, the official campaign to put 101DS back on the spotlight.
And you gotta help us!
Okay, maybe I didn't nail that message forcefully enough, so maybe I should just start off by giving you a brief education on the show's origin.
I didn't know there'd be a test!
101 Dalmatian Street is a British-Canadian animated show from Disney made by 3 studios, Atomic Cartoons, Hatchet Animation, and of course, the studio that pitched the show to Disney, Gigglebug Entertainment. The show is set 60 years after the original animated film, 101 Dalmatians, made by Walt Disney back in the 1960s. Yeah, the Flintstones was all the rage during that decade.
Flintstones?!
The show was so well received in the European territories that it would become more accessible across Europe and overseas. But not in America. It wouldn't hit DisneyPlus until after the first season ran its course. It was released on Disney's streaming service with little to absolutely no marketing or advertising whatsoever. So any minute now, you humans are probably have your gears turning in your head and typing in the comments going,
Okay, well, so what's in it for me? Do I get a free DisneyPlus subscription? Oh my god, stop talking, I want to see some hot bros and Elsa TV.
Come on people, this is a campaign video. I'm speaking all this from my heart. This is a motivational experience for everyone. So sit tight, grab a chair and some friends, as I get straight to the center of the topic, which is encrusted in GLaDOS' famous cake is a light chocolate cake that's bound to be eaten by older Rosie. So after the season finale and the defeat of the iconic Disney villain, Cruella de Vil, we fans had an overwhelming appetite for more of what the show had to offer, and we were ready to see what the second season had in store for us.
Oh my god! I can't wait for the next episode! What the hell's gonna happen?
But nothing came of it. Season 2 was nowhere to be seen or heard from, and Disney was like, well, we're done here, and decided to drop everything and cast the show aside without so much as giving it a chance to bloom to something greater.
Dead!
And I think the most likely reason for why the show's popularity didn't turn out the way it did was that this show is an international project and unfortunately not part of the Disney television brand. There's been evidence of Season 2 having been written as confirmed in a blog by 2 writers of the show, Double C Creative, and that's not to mention more merchandise that's been planned to promote the show further, and the second part of a 101DS game map, Boom 9 Rescue, but unfortunately they never saw the light of day. Until today, cause thanks to Frontistery, he was able to uncover the lost game through his Swiss phone app.
Hurrah!
Though he just doesn't know how to make it playable online yet as of this moment.
Hurrah!
And nowadays, it's almost impossible to buy merchandise for the show without paying thousands of dollars just to get a set of 101DS plushies. It pains me to say this, but we can't just rely on Disney alone to market and advertise its anime shows by itself, when they have a chance of getting tossed aside after 1 or 2 seasons when there's a growing voice of people begging for more content. So today, I'm gonna break down everything about the Save 101 Dalmatian Street fan campaign to many of you who are unfamiliar with the show, and what you can do to help. Are you ready, viewers?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Do it! Us fans of the 101 Dalmatian Street community are working in promoting and advertising the show with our own 2 paws in form of the biggest movement in the animation community. I want you, yes you, the viewers, to take part in helping us get 101 Dalmatian Street back on its feet by watching the show on DisneyPlus, start making fan art, promotional art, fan-made OCs, fan animations, fanfics, fan games, comics, music, memes, and fan merchandise to show support, and make the show trend across the world of social media to let Disney know that we want 101 Dalmatian Street to last through Season 2 and beyond. Our goal is to reach out to billions of people around the world to make 101 Dalmatian Street insanely popular, if not as popular as My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. where exactly are we right now in terms of promoting the show? Well, there was a so-called rumor from a fellow friend of mine, Dalmatian, on Twitter, that there was reportedly a Season 2 currently in development by another studio, according to a chat he had with Atomic Cartoons over a year ago. And yeah, he thought it was legitimate too. But unfortunately, from the video Frontisserie had uploaded in regards to the staff who worked on the show and Atomic, the rumor is definitely not holding up. It's possible that plans for a Season 2 had been scrapped a while back, or it was just never really planned to begin with. But still, Dalmatian is a good friend of mine, and if you dedicated pups want to follow him on Twitter to support him, it's your call. Speaking of which, there are several Twitter accounts that I recommend following to help them gain more recognition from a larger user base. Frontisserie will be one of them. Right now, he and his website could use some huge support right about now. He opened up the website in dedication to the show called The Daily Puppy 3 years ago, run by 2 people. Him, and of course the little old me, the co-editor of the site. If you want to help make the website popular, the best thing you can do for it is to show us one-on-one Dalmatian Street related work you've made, ranging from fan art, music, comics, animation, fanfics, just about anything.
Wait a minute, did you say anything? Anything.
Anything.
Yes, anything.
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 I'll get you, and I'll look like a bloody accident.
And that's not to forget we could use some more staff editors, aka the writer pups, to help keep up the flow of daily content. I think Frontisserie will be very thankful to see how much support his site has been getting. And if you want to prove that you support the show and the 101DS fanbase, then I recommend following 101 Save Season 2 on Twitter. Yep, he's one of the pups who boosted the support for the show over a year ago. And finally, we were able to get several hundred people to support a petition on change.org, asking Disney to make an origin story of how Dylan and Dolly became siblings. I really recommend you visit the page and show your support. But what else can you do to spread awareness of 101 Dalmatian Street, you might ask? Well, there are plenty of options you can choose from. So let's hop into our racing cars, stuff that crown trim into our engines, and slam that foot on the acceleration pedal, and I'll tell you all you need to know on how you can support 101 Dalmatian Street. Let's go! Number 1. The first and most important step into making 101DS popular is by expanding your fan base. Our fan community is pretty small at this moment, but it's growing slowly but surely every single day. It's waiting to grow into a million-man army down the line. We're working to make it just as big as every other fandom. How do we plan on doing that, you might ask? Well, if we really want to expand a community, then our best approach is to reach the show out to many fans of larger fan bases of other animated media and video games, like Star Wars, Zootopia, SpongeBob, Adventure Time, My Little Pony, Pokemon, Splatoon, The Owl House, Steven Universe, Avatar The Last Airbender, Sonic the Hedgehog, Gravity Falls, you name it. Make crossover artwork to appeal to those audiences, and be sure to put in crossover hashtags as well when posting them. The more crossover fanworks you make, the bigger chance more fans from other fanbases will arrive on our doorstep to give 101 Dalmatian Street a chance. Maybe even post a review, beg more fans to watch a show with an adorable little cubby face photo on it. Regards to Blazing Juju on Twitter for the advice. Number 2. Host 101DS trending parties on Twitter to help boost the popularity of the show. Take Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for example. Through the past couple of years, when the fans were really into the show during 2020, they were able to get the show to trend on Twitter not 1, but 7 times.
7?
That's right, 7.
Well, yes, but I'm 7.
So if Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fanbase can build a movement with trending parties, just think of what we could do with 101 Dalmatian Street. I recommend using these following hashtags when posting 101DS related tweets. Hashtag 101 Dalmatian Street, hashtag Save 101 Dalmatian Street, hashtag 101 Trending Party, hashtag 101DS Season 2, hashtag Disney, and hashtag DisneyPlus. There are many other 101DS related hashtags you can use to your heart's content. They're completely optional and you are free to type in whichever hashtag you like. You'll need timing and planning and plenty of experience to host these events, and once you do, just use these hashtags and tweet like crazy with everything 101DS related. I also recommend tagging these users, Disney UK, Atomic Cartoons, Hello Passion, Googlebug O, to get their attention. They are the companies behind the show after all. And also DisneyPlus, to let them hear your voices over your love, passion, and support for the show. And maybe give the fans who made their own handful of artwork more attention by using quote tweets. Just don't go too overboard with it if you can help it. Number 3. Host one-on-one Dalmatian Street art events for fan artists to participate in. It could be anything, art events for holidays like Easter, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and especially for the upcoming 4th anniversary of the show. You can even host art events for the fans to make artwork based on a scene from an episode, or maybe an inspiration of an episode. Or maybe celebrate the voice actors' birthdays by hosting art events based around the characters of one-on-one DS, to show your love and appreciation for them. Number 4. It's a bit of a stretch, but you can even try to get staff behind the show involved in supporting one-on-one DS. If we want newcomers to get hooked to the show, we can contact the staff of one-on-one Dalmatian Street to help us support the show in some way, shape, or form. That includes directors, writers, producers, storyboard artists, animators, music composers, or even the actors for the show. Perhaps maybe ask the storyboards to do some artwork. But,
and this is a big but,
please don't overstep when asking the staff to help promote the show. Don't go spamming their mailbox with your DMs begging for them to help us, don't overtweet, and most importantly, please don't harass them in Disney asking, we have to remember that these guys are real-life functioning human beings, dumb as they are, which is why they have other things to do, like working on non-one-on-one DS related projects, taking care of the family, paying bills, you know, real-life stuff. And besides, they're likely to have a lot on their shoulders right now. In this fandom, we have to restrain ourselves, respect others, and be mindful about what we post, so only one tweet will suffice. Just wait for them to respond to your message before you do anything crazy. The most rightful thing to do is to commission them to do art, give credit for their work, and be sure to tag them while you're at it. And if you want to show the voice actors how much you care about the show, just tweet your artwork and tag their Twitter usernames into it, to show how much you love the characters that they've poured their heart and soul into. And if you're working on a one-on-one DS related fan project, it's probably more realistic to hire some actors from within the one-on-one DS community. Number 5. Make original fan-made one-on-one DS characters. It could either be a Dalmatian, or a fox, or a husky, or a cat. Heck, any animal species apply where you're making an OC. For me, I happen to be an OC too. A Dalmatian Tanuki Kuba dog. Dalmatian, something with a Tanuki tail. What? Put in hashtags if you plan to post your OC on Twitter, because OCs are the staple of every fandom, and we got a lot of them. Number 6. Make fan art of one-on-one Dalmatian Street's background characters. Sure, Dylan, Dolly, and a huge cast of characters have been given plenty of love from the one-on-one DS community, but there's one thing that's missing among all the fan art we've been making. The background characters. Yeah, the dogs and cats you see in the background of the show don't seem very important at first glance, but thank you, folks! They deserve the same amount of love and attention as the main characters do. Take My Little Pony Friendship is Magic for example. The day when the show aired on television, and out of surprise, fans have been making fan art of background characters, leading them to be just as popular as the main 6, with the likes of Bonbon, Lyra, Muffins, Octavia, DJ Pony, and so on. So why can't one-on-one Dalmatian Street do the same? These background dogs deserve the same equal treatment for the fan community as the main characters, and we've been sleeping on them. To change that, I'm thinking of unburrowing an old event my pet human used to host last year and repurpose it as #BackgroundPub Month. It's a monthly event held on the last week of Sunday where we fans of one-on-one DS pick a random character from the background of the show's episodes and give them unconditional loving fan service with our fan art and fanfics. And trust me when I say this, these background characters are important to our community like everything else. Especially this guy.
Groovy.
Number 7. Please do not put in one-on-one DS related hashtags when posting not for safe for work content onto your Twitter account. Yes, I know you want to support the show some way, but promoting one-on-one DS with naughty, dirty pictures is not.
Okie dokie!
We want the one-on-one DS community to be respectful and be as NSFW free as we possibly can when it comes to promoting the show. Now I have nothing against not safe for work content, but please do not put in any one-on-one DS or Disney related hashtags for the love of L-Star of Star Haven, please! Number 8. Organize, and plan carefully when hosting one-on-one DS related events. Hosting events for your favorite franchise or IP is good and all, but if you don't do any planning or organizing ahead of your schedule, there's a 99.9% chance that it could lead to a disaster. That's why it's extremely important for you and your group from the 101DS community to organize, prepare, and do serious planning when you want to do training parties on Twitter, podcasting, a group live stream talking about 101DS, interviews with people who worked on the show, hosting fundraisers needed to start a 101DS convention, or hosting a 101 Dalmatian Street themed party for your friends. Make advertisements to bring awareness of the event to the people who are unfamiliar to the show, or if you're in a Pinkie Pie mood and your life is a party, mark your calendars for a 101DS related event you plan to partake in. Bottom line, it's always a good idea to plan and organize a party or event you want to host, or go to promote 101 Dalmatian Street in real life. That's what Dylan would do.
Yep, cause organizing happens to be on top of my field of expertise. Thanks for the recognition, Danuki.
In conclusion, 101 Dalmatian Street is one of the greatest shows ever made from Disney, even if it's just a small international project. We fans of 101DS want more from the show, like seeing new characters, seeing Roger and Anita return with a grandkid, see more relatives of Cruella, revisit old locations from the original animated film. There's so many possibilities that this show can offer for us, and I think the fans, the staff who worked on the show, the actors and actresses, and the people who supported 101 Dalmatian Street through and through can all agree on that. That's why I made this video to you guys, to show you what the stakes are and what you can do to help. And if you find this video inspirational and motivational, then you can do your part and help the 101 Dalmatian Street community make the show popular again, and show Disney how much more we want from the show. Because in the 101DS fandom, it is us fans who get to decide the fate of the show, not Disney. I can see the future. The show lasts 7 seasons, maybe being popular enough to get movies and spin-offs. Maybe we'll see 101 Dalmatian Street appear as a world in a future Kingdom Hearts title. 101 Dalmatian Street will be everywhere no matter where you look on the internet. Game mods, fan games, YouTube poops, radio plays, creepypastas, fan websites, advertisements. People will be hosting 101DS fan conventions to help support the show. Perhaps there'll be rides and attractions based on the show at your favorite Disney parks. All in all, this will greatly help benefit the 101 Dalmatians franchise, and we need your help to make that future happen. And by following these tips and guidelines, we might be able to convince millions of people around the world to join the fandom and binge watch the show on DisneyPlus and make it trend. So get on your computers and do your part. Tell all your friends and families. Let them know how important the show is to all of us. And let's all work together. Put our minds and effort into our most ambitious goal ever. Save 101 Dalmatian Street, the official fan campaign. Put 101DS back on the spotlight. This will be our future. And that future starts now. That's all I need to report. Thanks for watching. Until next time, my dedicated pups. Peace.